I'm Jeff Glucker for Autotrader, and yes, we are looking at a crossover. Crossovers are king for all the automakers, which is why Kia is trying to cram another one into its lineup. This is the 2021 Kia Seltos, and it's shimmying itself into the family tree between the Soul and the Sportage. It certainly has the family styling, so it looks the part. But how does it stack up everywhere else? Let's find out. The Seltos is an all-new subcompact crossover that aims to battle it out for your dollars alongside the Honda HR-V, Subaru Crosstrek, and the Hyundai Kona. To aid it on this quest, Kia has given it some standout styling. The tiger nose is there, and we're fans of the blocky yet still slightly curvy shape. Now in a subcompact vehicle, one thing you're going to worry about is room. I'm 6'3", I'm 215 pounds, and yet I can fit behind myself with the seats set for how I would want it. That's important. Despite playing in the subcompact space, the Seltos affords plenty of interior room and class-leading cargo space. If you can't be comfortable, how are your passengers going to be comfortable? Base models get an easy-to-read 8-inch touchscreen atop the dash, while the top-trim SX Turbo has a slick 10.25-inch display and a 7-inch cluster behind the steering wheel. Speaking of trims, you have 5 of them from which to choose. The Seltos is sold as either an LX, S, EX, S-Turbo, or SX Turbo. Despite being lower on the rung, the entry-level LX has some solid features, which include standard all-wheel drive, keyless entry, and both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On the flip side, the like-priced S forgoes the all-wheel drive for front-wheel drive, but adds in more active safety features. And this is the only Seltos that comes with front-wheel drive. The rest boast all-wheel drive as standard. Still, you can opt for all-wheel drive on the S, and it presents a smarter buy over the LX. Of course, if you climb all the way up to the SX Turbo, you're likely to spend nearly $30,000. The sweet spot lies somewhere in the middle. Really, even if you're buying the S, you should get the all-wheel drive setup. This removes the torsion beam rear end found on the front drive version and replaces it with an independent rear suspension setup. It drives and handles better. Kia serves up the Seltos with one of 2 engine choices. The standard engine is a 2-liter non-turbocharged 4-cylinder, which makes 146 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. It's backed up by a CVT that tries hard to pretend it's a standard automatic gearbox by faking shifts. The S-Turbo and SX Turbo get, you've probably guessed, a turbocharged engine. These models feature a 1.6-liter inline turbo 4, making 175 horsepower and a meaty 195 pound-feet of torque. Instead of the CVT, you get a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Leaving the line, one thing you're going to notice is that there's an initial bit of turbo lag, and it goes away quickly, and the more you drive this, the more you get used to it. But it is definitely felt the first few times you hop in the car. The steering feel itself, though, is nice and tight. It's actually tighter than I would have expected, and that lends itself to a well-made chassis and a smartly designed vehicle. Start-stop is a little laggy leaving the line, but you can turn it off if you don't want to use it. Even without it, you're still going to see pretty solid fuel economy numbers. All versions of the Seltos return at least 30 miles per gallon or more on the highway. When you do have to come back to a stop, though, the brakes work well. Hear that noise in the back? That was my tripod responding to the good brake system. The 2021 Kia Seltos starts at $21,990. Add in a destination fee of $1,120, and you're starting at $22,310. A well-equipped EX jumps to $25,290, and the S-Turbo starts at $25,500. This top-tier tester SX Turbo starts a bit higher at $27,890. So it starts higher than comparably equipped options from Honda, Nissan, and even Hyundai, but it still offers a lot for your money, especially when you consider the class-leading warranty, in-car tech, safety equipment, and all-wheel drive. How's the turning radius? Pretty tight. Now there are 3 different driving modes for the Kia Seltos. There's normal, smart, and sport. Don't get too excited with sport, it's not going to turn this into a stinger. And normal's a bit more sluggish than I'd like. It goes aggressively for the fuel economy hunt, and it shifts to get you into the highest gear while still keeping the revs at an acceptable place. Thankfully, the car turns on in smart. And this is a nice balance between the two. If you're just cruising, it'll shift nice and smoothly. If you push harder on the throttle, it downshifts. It's almost acting like if it was in sport. It was holding a gear for a second there. So it's really nice that Kia put the most useful, best driving mode as the default one. That's not the norm. The 2021 Kia Seltos is one good-looking value proposition from a brand that right now seems to be full of hits. At the end of the day, you have a vehicle that's incredibly well equipped, and you can get these all day long for under $30,000. It looks good. It's got this fun paint option on the outside. Kia keeps knocking it out of the park, and the 2021 Kia Seltos is no exception to that. Let's do another take. Apologize for my hair.